This is a Frank podcast.
G'day, hello, kia ora. Welcome to the ECG podcast, the Extremely Casual Gamers podcast, casual gaming podcast for the everyday gamer. You're here with me, Ellie.
Me, Chris.
Me guy.
Woo! And tonight we want to chat about a few things. We've got some breaking news, gaming news.
Yeah.
It's always breaking. We've got some of that, don't we, Chris?
We
As
certainly
per?
do.
Yep, awesome. I want to talk about niche games. I want to talk about niche games. I want to try and almost do a competition who has played the most niche game.
Ooh.
You know?
Yeah, right. And is this a game that I should feel ashamed about playing? Because that's what mine is.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
okay.
We'll find out. Chris, you've got a bit of you want to hit up the old Gamers Court tonight, do you?
I need to bring back Gamers Court. We've done it once before regarding, I can't remember what it was.
We've done it.
Yeah,
at
we've
some
done it.
point,
I can't remember.
I think actually we've done it twice, but both of those episodes are pre-recorded and haven't played out yet.
Yeah, are they both in those episodes?
Yes.
Oh,
So-
wow, really?
So this is the first time we've done it.
Oh, wait, let me rephrase.
All right.
I've decided I've got a new segment called Gaming Court.
Hey, that sounds good. We should do that at least 3 times.
I think so.
So we might debut to that tonight. And if people are wondering why have you pre-recorded stuff, it's because I'm going on my honeymoon soon, and so we thought we'd get a couple in the can.
Yep.
Yeah.
And don't worry, they will be timeless. They will be awesome. And in fact, they're probably some of our best work, actually.
I actually think they might be.
Yeah.
They might be.
And so I'm kind of excited for those to come out, which is a nice thing. And the funny thing is, while I'm away in Europe, on a Thursday, or it might be a Wednesday over there, or whatever the hell it is, it's going to pop up with a new ECG episode.
Me.
I'll be stoked.
Don't listen to it.
I'm going to.
Don't. You're on
I'm gonna-
holiday,
I'm gonna
man.
pick
On your
over it.
honeymoon, bro.
I'm going to pick over it and marinate on stuff and
Oh,
stew
no.
and then come back and just unleash hell.
And Guy, you want to play some Gamma Grammar? What?
Some
Wait,
gaming grammar.
that was not even intentional.
Gamma grammar.
I read it and I just saw Gamma Grammar. Sorry, what was
There's
it
a
called?
lot of
Guy?
G's, a lot of M's. Gamer grammar, much like
you.
the very popular girl math. This
yes.
is now gamer grammar. So
Okay.
we'll go over that later.
It sounds like you're saying gamer grandma.
Yeah, I did.
Gamer grandma.
That's what it
Gamer
is. It's gamer grammar.
Oh, it's really? So
What
the
did you
old
think I
ladies
said?
that game.
Yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, cool. I thought
Oh,
you
there
said
you
gamer grammar. But that would just be stupid.
No,
if
it's
you were to do
it's-
gamer grammar, I'd
no,
be furious.
it's grammar. It's about my nana and how she's a stickler for saying things properly.
Gamer grammar
No,
about
no,
your
no.
nana.
It's
Grammar.
grammar grandma.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds fun.
but she's
These-
also a gamer.
These words are sounding really funny now. You know when it just sounds funny? The
Yeah.
words?
Yeah,
It's
would you
done
say
that.
it too much?
The whole
It's done that
podcast.
thing. Yeah,
I
exactly.
did that once with Jandal.
Oh, yeah?
Jandal. No, that's,
That's
not doing
pretty
it.
buzzword.
Yeah, I hate it. It buzzes you out.
It does, eh?
Gross.
We just want to shout out some listeners as we usually do. First of all, Patrick. This is regarding actually episode 12. So I think last week. Yeah, it was last week. Patrick came in and said that he enjoyed the Tomb Raider movie. This was in regards to our question of
Very
what do we
good.
want made into a movie from games. He said Agent 47 wasn't bad. I don't know if any of you guys have seen these.
Agent
but
47 is
It's
Hitman,
Hitman.
but I'm
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
sure Hitman was terrible. It wasn't bad.
There
yeah,
was
it
two
Okay,
wasn't-
yeah.
versions. Weren't there two different movies, two different main actors? Wasn't Timothy Oliphant one of them? And then there was another guy.
So there was an original one in like the mid 2000s. Has there been a newer one since then?
I believe there
Because I might have to
has.
watch it because I love Agent 47.
I'll
So
have
maybe
a little
that's
look.
maybe that's the one he's talking
Oh,
about.
maybe.
So
okay.
I'll have to watch that.
Yeah, okay, mean. Well, he said it wasn't bad. The Halo 4 Forward Unto Dawn was better than the
Oh.
Halo TV series.
Highly agree. Forward Unto Dawn was such a cool
is that?
web series. So it was a web
Oh.
series that came out about Halo a few years ago, and it was telling the story of like essentially boot camp where the Spartans were made. So
Right.
John 117, so Master Chief, him going through boot camp and then him basically turning into Master Chief. But they put a lot of effort into it, and it was actually really good.
Oh,
and
right.
it actually was a TV show based on the Halo series that actually followed the games, or the
Ah.
books at least,
Okay.
as opposed to the Halo TV series, which came out last year, which was just dog water.
Right,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
So I'm just seeing here, Hitman 2015, Agent 47 came out. I haven't seen that. I'm talking
No.
about the one that came out in 2007, which is garbage.
Oh, okay.
So I might have to watch that one, Hitman Agent 47.
Yes,
actually.
Rupert
go.
Friend played Agent 47, whereas
Oh.
in the 2007 one, it was Timmy Oliphant. Yeah, I thought so.
That's right, yeah.
There you go. Well, there's some great feedback there from Patrick. Thank you for that.
Cheers,
also, Minnie messaged us, and this is actually regarding episode 10 when we talked about what guests we want to bring on the podcast, what
Cool.
video game characters. And you know how we talked about Aku Aku because I said that I wanted to have Aku Aku on the podcast.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's a bit hard because I didn't really say anything. Minnie says Aku Aku does talk, mainly just in cutscenes though.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
hadn't
He
really
does.
thought about it. Yeah.
He like tells you things. Like he sort of gives
Yes.
you some what's the word I'm thinking?
He's
of?
almost like not a
Background.
narrator, but like a guide.
Actually, I remember this in Crash Team Racing. You'd like get to a portal in story mode that isn't unlocked yet, and then he'd spin up and be like, "You can't go this way yet. You don't have enough keys. To get keys, go beat the
That's
bosses."
Yeah, that's right. So,
I forgot about that. Shot Minnie.
Yes, we could have Aku Aku on the podcast if we wanted to, if that was actually a person and could come here.
And
But
if he wanted to as well.
yeah, exactly. And then Brendan, he sent us like a meme, and I thought it was kind of funny. So I'm just going to read it out because it's gaming related and it's also age related, and I feel like we'll relate. So
So this is just to clarify. This is an audio meme. This is a visual meme. You are now going to put.
it's got
into
words
audio.
on it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically just words. It's actually more like little statuses, little comments. So
Okay.
being 18 to 25 is like playing a video game where you've skipped the tutorial and you're just sort of running about with no idea how anything works.
True.
Being 25 to 30 is like later on in the game when you figured out how things work, but have made poor leveling decisions along the way and are now horribly underpowered for what you're supposed to be doing.
Very true.
Being 30 to 35 is coming to the conclusion that if wildly swinging a sword at a random while screaming has gotten you this far, you may as well keep at it. I thought it was quite funny.
That's cool. I'm in my sword swinging randomly phase.
Same.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
What age does the trophy hunting and like completionist stuff come in?
No, I think you're just a bit odd.
Yeah, probably actually from year one.
That's when you're in your 50s, but you're telling your kids how to play the game.
Yeah,
Because
right.
you've played it before. So
yes.
you're the walkthrough guide.
Yeah. And they're like,
That's-
Dad, you're so cool. I love it when you do this. Thanks, Dad. You're the man. I want to be like you.
Yeah, no, totally. Now, thank you for your contributions today, team. And if
how
you
were-
want to,
how were all of those people related to you? Just remind us.
no, you please know.
Brendan's your neighbour. And
They're all legit.
They're all legit. Oh
my God,
Yay.
legit feedback.
We're
Let's
growing.
go.
We're growing.
This is a big moment for the podcast. What have you been playing?
What have I been playing? Well, I'll tell you what I was playing on Friday night. It was an awesome new game called Party Animals.
Oh yeah, that
Party
was fun.
Animals.
Yeah.
We did a live stream with Let's Play Live with McDonald's and with Xbox, and you can actually find the whole stream on the Let's Play Live Twitch channel.
I went
which is
back
cool.
today and looked at it, and it's all in. Like, you can get it in full HD. And
Yeah,
I was
it's all
watching
legit.
chunks of it, and I found myself genuinely entertained by it. I was like,
Yeah.
I can see why people do this.
Yeah,
because I've never
yeah.
watched a stream before.
And I've never streamed before. I've never been like having people watch me play a game. And the thing is, Party Animals, it's a game where you're just these cute little animals and you wallop each other.
Yeah.
We weren't good at it, but it was still
No,
fun.
that
It
was part
was.
of the fun. I think.
Yeah. So Party
was
Animals
funny.
is what I've been playing. And apart from that, nothing, because I'm just waiting for Spider-Man 2, damn it.
Nearly
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Nearly there.
Ellie, what have you been playing this week?
Okay. All right. The big drum roll.
Because if you have just tuned in, first of all, go back to podcast 1. I highly recommend it. Make your way to us. Secondly, you said that you would play Uncharted 2 this week
I did say that.
You
and-
promised.
Yeah, I did promise.
on the future of the podcast.
I did promise. And you know what? I delivered.
Did you?
I
Really?
actually did it. Yeah, I actually did it. But,
Uncharted 2?
I know,
Yeah.
let her finish.
She hated it.
but okay. So last night, I was like, shit, it's the podcast tomorrow.
Homework.
I better play
Wow.
this game.
Way to leave it to the last minute. I love it.
I
Yeah.
always do that. And I was like, all right, snug it up. Anyway, okay, how do I put this? So the first scene, for someone who hasn't played this,
Uncharted 2?
yeah, Uncharted 2,
Okay.
is basically a big train
That's right.
fallen off a
Off a
cliff,
cliff.
but it's hanging off a cliff.
That's right.
Daggers in the snow.
Yeah, and so Nathan Drake is like, "Nyah," and then he falls, and it's all like intense.
And he
then
keeps falling. And
yeah,
Oh no.
like, oh my gosh. Okay,
Seasickness?
not seasickness, but the thing is, what you
got
don't know
vertigo.
about me,
This
I
is
didn't
so
get vertigo. I do hate heights though. It was a bit scary. No, what happened is that I've got a really sensitive nervous system, and so I was like, oh yeah, this is sweet. But then I would walk, I'd climb, and I'd be all relaxed, and then doosh,
And it would snap
and I would
off.
snap, and then my heart rate was 1,000,000 miles an hour, and then I had to
Wow.
calm down, and then I'd be like, okay, no, it's all good, okay, and then I'd keep climbing, and then boom, and then I'd drop again, and then I'd be up there, and then I'd fall through the floor, and I've realized that even though I knew this was going to be funny for you guys because it's probably quite a harmless game,
Yeah.
but for me, just that opening scene gave me so much anxiety
Okay.
that I had to stop it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't play that again.
Yeah,
Because
if that triggered you.
It was really like, it was just giving me lots of frights. And
okay.
and
not horror frights.
No,
Just
no.
And I need to say that is what the whole series is built around.
yeah.
what, like
Him,
falling?
Nate Nathan Drake constantly getting in precarious situations, things exploding, him barely hanging on.
Oh no, that's so
Houses
stressful.
burning down, falling out of airplanes. If you didn't like that, then do not
I'm
play
gonna
that
hate
series.
it.
You know when you watch movies or TV shows where the action man jumps over, like leaps off the roof and then just manages to grab the ledge with one hand?
Yeah.
It's that for 3 games.
Except for
Oh
the
my
ledge
goodness.
snaps every
Yeah.
time and he
Oh.
falls down and
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. So I think that my nervous system can't handle it. I try and relax when I'm gaming, but this was just like, oh my god! Like I was just, and I was laughing at myself in the end because I was like, I must look like a loser right now, and I knew you two would be like laughing at this because it's actually quite harmless, and I'm sure the story's great and stuff. But just that first scene, I was just
Yeah,
like,
no, you-
I don't know if I
You
can
need to
do
not.
this.
And the other thing you need to not do is play Last of Us.
Is it like that too?
I didn't realize you. Yeah, so
Yeah, I'm a bit of
quite
a
a lot of these epic games
I know.
have stuff like that. in
This
them.
is the thing. I'm actually I like being a bit cozier, and I also like being just walking a little bit, or not walking, but just slowly doing little missions and no guns. I don't really like guns.
Oh, I was just about to say, do you like shooting?
No, I hate it. It just freaks me out. Even just people coming up behind me, I'm like, I'm quite weak.
Do you wear your 3D headphones? Because that freaks you out, by the way.
Yes, I don't wear headphones.
So if you're wearing 3D headphones and you're playing a game like The Last of Us 2 or something where you're trying to be stealthy,
yeah.
It's a clicker.
especially on like the hardest difficulty, and there's people behind you, because you can hear them behind you.
Yeah.
Don't do that either. You will hate that.
Yeah, it just gets me, eh? So yeah, I think
Okay.
what we've learned, team, is that anything that's hard on the nervous system, like any fright, any like high stake like that, anything like it feels like a bad dream when you're trying to like get somewhere in a bad dream. It's
And you're
kind of
running
like
really
that.
slow.
Yeah.
Moving backward. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think I want that, but
Okay.
I appreciate the recommendation.
No. Okay. Well,
No,
and
this
we'll-
is good.
we'll
We're
work
gonna
on
find
it.
you. We're gonna
We'll
find you a
find
game.
Okay, recommendations if you're listening. Extremely Casual Gamers podcast on Instagram. If you now kind of understand a little bit where I'm at with gaming,
Yeah. So
let
it's
me know.
like no jump scares,
No guns.
no good games.
I knew there was a roast coming.
Yeah, games that can be left for like 10 years before being completed.
Yeah.
If you know a game that fits that, then
That's-
message us on Instagram.
Thanks, team. So yes, I did attempt it. I didn't break my promise.
And you know what I will do? Sorry,
Yes.
is I until before the next podcast we do, I will watch like a trailer on or something, a gameplay thing on Detroit Become Human.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Understand why you liked that,
Yes.
and then recommend something based off that.
Thank you.
There was
I
one I
appreciate
saw.
that.
I was flicking through the PlayStation Plus catalog last night trying to find a game to download, and there's one that came up, and I can't remember it. It was very popular. but
Witcher
it was,
3,
No. It was a good game.
Elden Ring.
And it was of the same sort of vibe as Detroit Become Human. So I'll try
Okay.
and remember what it was.
It'll be
Okay,
something
thank
like
you.
there's heaps of them.
Hang on.
Yeah, I don't even know why I came in just now. Like I was going to add something, and I
Like
literally
it was
can't
gonna-
remember any of the games.
Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, Until Dawn.
Life is Strange, I think, was one.
Yeah, Life is Strange.
I love that one. So I played that.
Oh, God. Death Stranding came up
So-
as a suggestion.
Is Life is Strange one where you pick story arcs?
Yeah, it's story, role RPG, and yeah, like decision based. I quite like decision based stories.
So-
I guess that's what I like.
I mean, Alan Wake is one, which is a classic. You're like a writer who's writing a novel about, and the stuff starts happening in his real life, and you have to make all these decisions, and there's like 40 different.
But there's
Possible
an element of
outcomes.
horror to it, though, isn't
But there is an element of horror to
And
it.
Alan Wake 2 is about to
Man,
come
I
out.
know. All right, what kind of gamer am I?
Ellie
eh?
is such a niche gamer. This is, I mean, lends perfectly to your first topic, but holy cow.
Yeah, I just get frights easily in real life too. So yeah, I just
Okay.
need something a bit more calming and relaxing. Because even the music was like, like
Oh,
all like
yeah.
intense. And I was like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I feel like I'm working and I'm meant to be relaxing. That's
So,
kind of how.
and then so picture me, headphones on, big TV, just absolutely loving it.
Yeah, right.
But I can see how it'd be stressful for you.
Yeah, it was a bit stressful, but I appreciate the recommendation nonetheless, and I'm glad I tried it.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know if I could get through it.
Yeah, no, definitely do not do it because it just gets worse and worse.
Okay, cool.
And seriously, for those listening, please message us on Instagram, Extremely Casual Gamers Podcast, if you have any recommendations for Ellie's weird taste. For the first time, we'd genuinely be like, please,
Yeah.
Help us.
please help us. We need Ellie to be playing something.
Yeah.
So,
Nah,
yeah.
thanks, team. I also haven't played It Takes Two this week. Sam's also away, so I won't be doing that for a few weeks. You might
true.
beat us. Chris, you might beat us. But I also played What Remains of Edith Finch. I got the name right
very
this
good.
time.
How
I
was it?
played
That's
that.
an indie game. So.
Yeah, it's really Indian. It's just like you're just learning stories about like this girl's family tree and how they died. Like it's actually it's just a story. It's real relaxing. And I played half of it because it's a real quick game, but I'm going to do the next half hopefully this weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah, I played 3 games this week,
You
including
have?
Party Animals.
Yeah.
I have like tripled my gaming.
Gamer gal.
Well
That's
done.
me. That's me.
I'm proud of you, Ellie.
Thank you.
Genuine. It's such a weird thing. We've got ourselves in this position where, like, I'm proud of Ellie for playing PlayStation.
Yeah.
What a great spot to be in.
I
Or I
love
feel
it.
like starting a gaming podcast, that should have been the prerequisite, like
Yeah,
from
probably.
the get-go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. You're
Should
right.
have done a
Yeah.
background.
What
Now-
did you play?
Now, guys, I'm not going to tell you what I played this week because I have an apology. Okay.
Oh.
I have done something on behalf of the podcast and I'm ashamed of it. It was for
Oh.
selfish reasons.
Oh, you bought an
Oh.
NFT.
I bought a crazy monkey NFT and I sank
It was
all
a-
of our money.
It was a Geralt of Rivia monkey NFT with glasses.
Oh.
Oh yeah, he's got the limited edition glasses as well. No, and before I even get into this, I felt like a selfish prick doing it. I knew I was doing it for selfish reasons. I justified it to myself by thinking, oh, this will benefit the podcast,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Okay.
And I fully, right now, before I tell you what it is, I 100% will handle all the admin. Okay. You guys, I
Gosh.
promise, I will handle all the admin. You guys won't have to deal with anything.
You get us like a fish or something.
What is it? Yeah.
I got
pet.
us a fish.
I don't know. As soon as you said admin, I was like, oh, I've had a
Like
fish.
a pet, yeah.
I've had a fish, and it's not
got a
it's not what it used to be where you just get a bowl and put fish in it. You've got to like nowadays have like the filter and all
Yeah.
that shit. And you got
Yeah.
to check the pH levels.
Now,
Yeah.
it's a great fish. The reason I got it is it same colors as Mario, and I was
Yeah.
like, and all we have to do is come in once a day. So I'll do the morning shift.
yeah,
Stop by the podcast studio. No, but I'll handle all the admin, so you guys don't have to worry about that. All right?
okay.
Thanks. I don't know what this is. Oh my gosh.
I emailed Lego because they have a range of gaming sets,
Oh yeah.
I think I've seen
awesome
these.
gaming sets, and they
Ah.
are sending us a whole heap.
Oh.
And I will handle the admin. Okay, I will build all of them.
Oh
and
no,
then bring
that's
them
the fun part.
No, you agreed to it. No, I
didn't. I thought it was a freaking fish.
No, I'll handle the admin. You feed the fish.
What's the Lego?
Yeah.
They haven't told me yet, but I basically said I talked about how we've got a little Minecraft fella on the shelf behind you, Ellie.
Oh, we
and I
do.
was like, and my wife was like, you know, if you get in touch with them, they'll probably give you some free Lego. And so I was like, fine. So I got in touch with Lego Australasia.
Very
Sent
good.
them a little press release about our podcast and said, look, I love the Lego. I stumbled across the Lego sets. Like you got Super Mario, you've got one with an old Nintendo system and a TV, which looks epic. You got the Sonic the Hedgehog,
Cool.
Green Hill Zone.
Yeah,
like awesome ones. And then like a few days later, the lady emailed me back and was like, hey, we're keen to send you heaps of Lego.
Oh my god,
Oh,
awesome.
that's cool.
And then I said, yeah, I'll give some away on the podcast as well.
Oh,
so
you mean?
the listeners will be able to win some gaming Lego off us.
Oh, that's great.
That's sick. Why,
why
are
is
you
that an
apologizing?
apology?
Because I did it for selfish reasons and I will handle the admin as a way of saying sorry.
So you said it. I reckon that if we actually looked at the original email, he
Yes.
attached the press release, but it was all about him.
Yeah, he wanted
and
Lego
he
sets.
just wanted some Lego, and
Yeah.
then he once they delivered with the amount they'll send, he goes, "Oh, I feel a bit of a dick."
I'll tell you what I
probably
did.
should, yeah.
I said, hey, look, we're an up and coming gaming podcast. We stumbled across your Lego sets. We couldn't believe how awesome they were.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true. It wasn't we, it was me. This is why I'm apologizing for acting on behalf of us.
So you used us as the vessel when you were the one that in
Yes.
hopes to get the
And
product.
we had no idea this was happening either.
But I was
Ah.
like, we've got a new podcast set, and I sent them photos of like Ellie
yeah.
wearing a judge's wig. I
the
didn't really.
worst photo.
I didn't really, and
Thank you, bro.
that'll be coming out in
Yeah, that's coming
future
soon.
episodes. Just wait. But I sent them photos of the studio and stuff, and then sent them links to it, and they were like, "Yeah, we'd love to help you guys out." So
That's awesome.
That's really
Thanks,
cool.
Lego. That's mean.
yes, a shout out to Lego, and hopefully over the coming weeks, hopefully it arrives before I go on my honeymoon. Otherwise, we'll push it back a wee bit. We'll have some sweet retro style Lego sets to give away.
Fun.
Just get them to send it to my house because then you're on you're both
No,
on
he
holiday.
wants to steal some. He's
No, no,
cutting
I-
the top.
yeah,
I want
yeah.
to build them.
Yeah, no, because I wanted to build them, but just not do it properly. And
No,
I was like,
I'm
I made
building
them.
them.
I made them, Chris.
We'll dish it out, and I will do the biggest one.
Okay.
So that's why I had to apologize.
Please do. I've got a toddler. The last thing I need is tiny little things around my house being swallowed and me to sift through with
True.
a
Yeah,
sift
okay,
in
yes,
the poo.
sweet bro.
no,
do
yeah,
yours.
that's a safety hazard.
Yeah.
Actually,
No.
now you sound like you got your hands full.
I've got cats actually, so I probably shouldn't have little bits,
Oh
Yeah.
well. Okay, so it's sorted. I will build all the Lego, and you guys feed the fish while I'm on holiday.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Deal, bro.
Gaming news. Leading your sports. Wait, not sports. Leading your game news. That is. Sorry, I used to work for a sports TV show where every night we'd start with leading your sports news tonight.
Yeah, wow, so the autopilot came back.
That was muscle memory. Holy cow.
Wow.
Leading your gaming news tonight. Oh my goodness. crafty game breaks new ground in player numbers.
I reckon
this.
is this about Minecraft?
You're joking. How'd you get that?
Oh, nice.
This week, Minecraft became the first video game ever to sell over 300 million copies.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
So that is 4% of the world's population currently
Whoa.
have a copy of Minecraft.
Whoa, that's insane.
It is crazy for a game that for it to be that popular because I've never played it.
Neither have I, and
I've never understood the hype.
yeah, I've never wanted to play
It's
it.
just big blocks.
Big
and-
blocks.
And
Big
then there's
blocks.
like, you have the big pixelated axe.
All the Minecraft fans will be so mad at you
I feel
right
like
now.
I'm reading the Minecraft wiki right now. That is how effective that
Look,
explanation was.
obviously, it's a very good game. It's
Yeah.
got 300 million copies. I'm not going to be the one to say it's a shit game.
No,
well,
it's
you
just
pretty much just did. So
Nah, it's not a mobile game.
when you look at it from the outside, you look at it and you go, wow, that graphics are crap. It looks weird. I don't
Yeah.
get it. But I also understand lots of my mates have been addicted to it over the years.
Yeah.
So it's obviously pretty amazing. So 4% of the world's population.
wow.
Now, obviously, a lot of people will have two versions of Minecraft. They would have bought it back in the day, bought the modern version, maybe have it on their phone, whatever. So that's not a 100% accurate stat. However, more people have played Minecraft in the world than are currently playing football in the world. Proper
Wow.
football.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
There are 250 million active football players at the moment, people that play on a Saturday or professional or just kicking a ball around with your mates.
Oh,
How
wow.
the hell do they find that stat out?
50, I don't know, 50 million more
Now-
people have Minecraft than play football.
Yeah, wow.
Crazy, eh?
That is because
Yeah.
isn't football the world's most popular sport, or is that cricket?
No, it's football.
I think it's football.
wow.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then cricket's,
wow.
I think, second or third after it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty amazing stuff from Minecraft there. Well done, team. Next headline. Gaming news. Do I always do it twice? I can't remember.
Yeah, no, you
No, man,
do.
it's your thing.
But you keep going.
Okay,
do what feels
so
natural.
I just
don't
lost
say
a bit
sport.
I lost a bit of confidence there, guys. Thank you. All right, here we go. Gamers everywhere are hard for the latest From Soft leak. Sorry, that's gross.
Yeah, wow.
from
Sorry, yeah. I was in a rush. You know, you guys showed up to do the potty and I hadn't written the news yet and I was rushing through it. But the
Okay.
news is a market research team have accidentally blown cover on a brand new PS5 FromSoft game. FromSoft make Elden Ring, Demon Souls, Dark Souls,
Oh, right,
Sekiro, all these games, and they have a massive following. Most recently, they released Armored Core, and they've accidentally leaked that there is a new software FromSoft game in development. So for guys like me, I am friggin' fizzed up to hear that.
Is there
Nice.
any? Is that it? There's the leak that there's a game, or is there any details about it?
The game itself.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it says here that it could possibly be the new Rise of the Ronin game, which they had sort of been working on. However, the way it's sort of been worded and the way it's been all trying to hush it up, makes me think that it's not that game,
Oh, yeah.
which releases next year. It
Oh,
could be
yeah.
another one. Maybe it's Elden Ring 2. I mean, it's probably pretty early on for that, but yeah.
They're not the same people that did Skyrim, is it? That's different.
Skyrim's Bethesda, which
Oh,
is
Bethesda, yeah, of
Starfield
course,
and
yeah.
Fallout and that. So yeah, for someone like me, FromSoft's Elden Ring and a lot of their other games, I know Bloodborne is one I can't wait to play. I'm waiting for it to be released on PS5 and actually remastered because it's pretty old now. But a lot of people put that game up as one of the best games ever made.
Wow.
And these guys are one of the best studios in the world right now.
Wow.
So it's
So
big news.
Big news.
And now over to Ellie for gaming weather.
I actually have a piece. I know you just asked me before, but
Ellie, can you pretend you're doing the weather? and
hello.
Then, and then weave it in.
Oh, hello and welcome to the weather. The forecast tonight
Gaming weather.
is saying that PlayStation are bringing out a controller that's for people with disabilities. It's an accessible controller.
I've seen that.
Have
Accessibility
you
one.
seen
The
this?
Yeah.
circle one.
Yes.
With the little stick on the end of it.
Yeah,
It's
which
out.
I think is really cool.
It looks like a plumbus from Rick and
It
Morty.
does look a bit like a plumber.
Isn't it plumbus? Like the weird. That's a deep cut, but Google plumbus.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring this up because I actually thought that was really cool that they're making gaming more accessible for everyone, and you only
Big
need
time.
one hand to game,
Yeah.
which I think is just awesome.
And
So
I
good on
also
you.
I saw about it is they've even thought about when you open up the box, like you order it online and you bring it home, the box is completely openable via
With
one hand. You know, like when you get like a PlayStation, you get everything out and it's all in like fiddly little boxes.
Yeah.
They've designed it so that they're just pull tabs. So if you've got one
Aw.
hand, then you can just
That's
Go to
right.
town.
And they're
That's
fully
awesome.
customizable.
Yeah.
You can move buttons around so that, whatever your particular situation might be, they will be able to make it work for you. That's a plumbus there. I'm
That's
just
looks
showing.
awesome.
nothing like that.
Oh, What?
I'm just showing.
What?
Yeah, so just showing everyone. Google Plumbus, Plumbus.
First he cleans the sleeve.
Yeah. Oh,
Then he takes it to the grumble.
sorry, this is Rick and Morty season 1. So good.
Yeah, awesome.
So the new Plumbus controller, courtesy of PlayStation.
No, the new accessible controller courtesy of PlayStation.
That's right. Yeah,
it goes on
yeah.
sale in December, apparently.
Very cool.
So yeah,
Good stuff. And that is your gaming news. Do I do it at the end as well?
No.
Oh.
So in the weekend, I was talking to my cousin Beck, who is obviously becoming a very big contributor to this podcast.
I quite like Beck. I think we'd get on really well.
She
You
did.
would.
She did do really well in the practice episode we did together. You, me, and
What?
her.
Did you organise a practice episode?
yeah, and thanks for letting Ellie know, guy. We were going to let her know next week.
Am I getting fired? Am I getting fired? Is
You're
it
not getting fired.
is
We're
it
just
the
gonna,
thing-
you'll
Fired-
run.
Fired's a funny word. 'Cause we can't fire someone who's not getting paid. So
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
but we will
true.
contract you for like social media stuff
Oh, well,
and
yeah.
all sorts of
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
but
just
yeah,
the term "let go" springs to mind.
yeah.
Nah, you know what? That's actually fair enough. She's really knowledgeable.
What's she like with jump scares, by the way? Is she all good?
Yeah.
She loves horror.
Oh.
So,
there we go.
you know, she is the perfect woman. Yeah, so so anyway, in the weekend we were talking about how I used to have a PlayStation 1 when we were kids, and she brought up this memory and she was like, "Oh my gosh, do you remember that game you used to have?" And I had completely forgotten I had this game. But I used to have a game called Mary Kate and Ashley's Winners Circle.
Oh my
Dope.
god, my wife would love that
Do
game.
you guys did you know of this game?
No,
No.
I remember Mary Kate and Ashley though.
Oh man, I was obsessed with Mary Kate and Ashley as a kid, like just super obsessed. So obviously I had this game. I'd forgotten I had it, but it was pretty much where you got to choose a horse, customize it, and then just do horse stuff like dressage and jumping. And...
Horse admin. And I've touched on this in an earlier episode. You can do a lot of that sort of stuff in The Witcher.
Oh, okay, thank you for bringing
Yeah.
The Witcher into my segment. I'm so happy.
Classic you, shoehorning it in.
Who would have thought a Mary Kate and Ashley and The Witcher crossover? We're doing it all here at ECG.
Yeah, so I was like, it got me thinking like, wow, well, that must be quite a niche game. Maybe not actually back in the day, but it's pretty niche now. I don't even think you can buy it.
I don't think. Can you imagine nowadays? And that's what used to happen back in PS1 and PS2 times. Was companies would go, stuff it, let's make a Mary Kate and Ashley game.
Yeah.
Like no one's gonna
Totally.
make like a. I don't know. Is there a Kardashian game? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
No one,
yeah,
There's there's an app, but I don't think
Yeah.
there's
There's a game.
There's an actual game.
like a whole
Yeah.
game studio working on that. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's interesting, eh?
Yeah.
They just had so much money that their production company, Jewel Star Productions, I think, just went boom. You get a game, you get a piece of clothing, you get a movie.
Yeah,
They just went
sweet.
crazy. So yeah,
New York Minute.
yeah, bro. You know your
Yes!
stuff. Yes.
I was like, what's that movie that my wife said she used to love when she was a kid? New York Minute. Boom.
Nice, yeah. Oh, Mary Kate and Ashley, God bless you. So yeah, Winner's Circle, it cracked me up because it was one of those memories I had not thought about in literally years. So we asked on our story, on our Instagram story the other day, what's the most niche game you've ever played? And I wanted to see like whether it's pretty hard to rate and do a competition like this because how do you rate which is the most niche? But anyway, I wanted to just read some feedback from our listeners, which was submitted to our Instagram, Extremely Casual Gamers Podcast. First of all, we had Be More Diver, which is the username. They played Limbo. Have you heard of Limbo?
I mean,
the party game.
party game.
Yeah,
Yes.
the party game. No, it wasn't that. It's a story. It's a hero it's a nameless boy who's killed during a car crash, and he awakes in limbo, aka
Oh.
purgatory, and like between life and death, with an unknown goal. And I think he's kind of trying to find out maybe what happened to him. I'm not sure. So Limbo, maybe quite niche. You haven't heard of it?
No.
I haven't heard of it, but I'm gonna Google it now and have a look.
Okay, you Google that. And the next one, Sacrifice. He's played Blobby Volley. Have you heard of Blobby Volley?
No, but is it like blobby characters that play volleyball?
So yeah, it literally says it's one of the most popular freeware games where two blob-shaped entities play volleyball against each other.
Very cool.
Well, that was quite niche.
Limbo came out in 2010. I recognize it actually. Looking
Do
at it
you?
now, it's an indie game.
I see. You're now seeing screenshots of the gameplay. Yeah, that I've
Yeah.
seen that.
It's like a side-on, silhouetted black and white, horror-looking style platformer almost. I think
Ah.
so. Oh, random.
There you
Bit
go.
of a
So,
side
yeah,
scroller.
very random, very niche. Azia, who we actually played games with the other night.
Azia!
Party Hour, yeah, she answered the question. Night of the Consumers, which is a scary supermarket simulator. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
No, I
Yeah,
haven't. I'm
apparently that's-
googling it.
She's a streamer. That is a classic streamer game. Big time. One of her followers have been like, "You should play this."
And she's
like,
obviously
"Alright."
done it.
It,
Yeah.
it
That's
does
awesome.
look good. It's here's a quote: one of the most creative and genuinely frightening games I've ever played. So you should play that, Ellie.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Yeah.
So that came out in 2020, but shout out to whoever it was that just said they played Blobby Volley. That came out in November 2000, and it looks like absolute garbage.
Oh wow, that looks
That's
like two jelly
amazing.
beans playing
Playing
beach
volleyball. What are they thinking? So
Seems
good.
like one of those. That's a game somebody played high.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah. Nice. Sean Rosier says Octodad, the deadliest catch. Have you heard of this?
Shout out to Sean Rosier, currently living in West Virginia.
is
is
that-
that your
is-
brother-in-law?
is
That's
that
my
your
brother-in-law. Well, so I'm married to Lucy. Her sister Millie is married to Sean.
Yeah,
that's-
right.
So are
that's
we brother-in-laws?
That's brother-in-law.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think-
really?
I think I
Yeah.
guess so, yeah.
Shout out to my brother.
Yes, Octodad.
Octodad is brilliant. It's basically an octopus is trying to pretend he's taken he's swapped out with a human
Yeah.
and he's trying to make it seem not suspicious that he's an octopus and not blow his cover that he's actually an octopus.
Oh, it's like
Fantastic.
Mrs. Doubtfire, sort of, but like octopus version. Is that it?
That's exactly what it is.
Basically, yeah.
And it's one of those games where you're trying to like butter the toast and you've got weird
Oh.
controls
Yeah.
like party animals and you're just trying you're just trying to do a simple thing and not blow your cover.
Oh, funny.
Yeah,
Okay.
great game.
Love that. All right. Thanks for that, Sean. And then Dan said that he played a game called Date Ariane.
How do you spell that?
Ariane. And it was a rim. It was a rimmy. It
Oh,
was
wow.
it was like a dating simulator that was based in HTML in 2004.
That looks like a
Yeah.
pop-up. Looks like a
look
pop-up
a bit
before
naughty?
you watch a different video.
Visual novels. Oh, wow.
Oh, is it a
this
bit
is,
saucy?
Damn, she all right?
I mean, she's also an animated guy, but that's fine.
Oh my
Don't
God.
yuck my yum.
Yeah, no, true. Well, here's the name of the levels: pizza dinner, steak dinner, pants off at the park,
Oh.
start of a romantic evening, sex on the couch, strip tease at home, romantic walk on the beach, and then park photo shoot.
Oh la la. Okay.
So
Not very imaginative titles. You know when you play a video game and it starts the level and it usually comes up with the name of the level? It's
Yeah.
like usually a little bit ambiguous. But if you start the level and then that game's like sex in the park, you're like, what's gonna happen here?
What?
Step one, find the park. Here's one called Things to Do When You Are Naked. So
Sex in the park.
So there you go.
that wasn't my brother-in-law that sent that one through.
No,
right?
don't worry,
okay,
bro.
cool, cool.
Yeah.
Just double checking.
Any niche games you guys have played? Do you reckon you could beat any of those that we've just read out?
There was a game that I played when I first got a PlayStation 1, so back in
Yeah.
like 99. And it was when my parents bought the PlayStation, it was like the bundle, so it came with like 5 games.
Oh, yeah.
And my parents not knowing what games really were
Yeah.
appropriate. What there was this one called Heart of Darkness.
Oh, okay.
So the storyline is a boy's dog gets accidentally sucked down into like some portal into a demonic world. So he goes down there to, get his dog. And there's these horrible monsters that you're like, oh, wow, look at them, they're spooky. But then what was so crazy about this game is that it's a side scroller and like the deaths in the game, you're playing as like a little boy. He's like maybe 9 or 10.
Yeah.
And he dies in horrific ways.
Oh,
and I was
wow.
playing this when I was like 8.
Oh no.
So I was, and I know me and my brother eventually got to the end of it, but it was quite scary. And it was
Oh.
like, you'd hate it, Ellie.
Oh, no.
Anxiety inducing. Like there was one level where you've got to be swimming along in the water. And then if you stop, this monster comes up and just literally swallows you down.
Oh,
And there's
wow.
other ones where these like flying like monkey monsters like come up and they like snap your spine and stuff. Like it's
Oh,
horrific.
God.
You
What was it
Google
called?
Heart of Darkness.
Oh my goodness.
And
Right.
for a game, and my parents absolutely had no idea what the game was about. They
Oh
just
my
were like,
God.
Oh,
But-
wow.
yeah,
Yeah,
like it's shitty graphics because it was
PS1,
1999. But my dad, being him, would have been like, "Oh, Julie, look at this! Buy a PlayStation. It comes with 5 games. Look at that game over there. That's £45.
Bloody value for money,
Really
mate.
value for money." And it was just basically a horror game.
Oh my god.
It's like John Wick in the sense that he's going to save his dog, but
right. Okay.
with demonic. So that is.
So it's pretty niche.
If
yeah.
you've played
I haven't
Heart
heard
of
of it.
Darkness, let us know on our Instagram because I want to know
Yeah.
if it is actually that niche.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
I mean, I like to think I know quite a bit about gaming.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
wow.
So,
it must be niche.
very
then.
niche.
Yeah.
Very
Wow.
The game I was going to bring to the table today was one that I played on PS4, Persona 5, which is a Japanese RPG. I've talked about it before. One of the most highly rated Japanese RPGs. Every time, I've never met anyone else who's played it.
Wow.
But
Even
it is
though-
really popular though, right?
It's massively popular. It's one of the most popular JRPGs of all time. It's like a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
So, I don't know.
Is that the one with the
Beck's
gym-
probably played it.
With
What?
is that the one with the gym teachers like got
That's the one with the gym. Yeah, that's
students
right.
in their underwear or something.
Yeah, you know, and he's like, it deals with very dark themes, and you,
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
you punish those people, right?
Yeah,
and
right.
So, and it's a great game. But I've decided all this chat about when we were kids,
Yeah.
and I was just like, that's right. I played a game called Mixed Up Mother Goose,
Outstanding.
which I
What?
just Googled and realized it initially released in 1987.
Oh, wow, you
Jesus.
are old.
So no, I was born in 91.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was born in 91, but this game was on a floppy disk on our MS-DOS computer.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
floppy disk.
And you had to go along, you had to go to, I don't know, there was like all these little areas of fairy tales, and you had to essentially, like, you went to an area and maybe Jack and Jill were there and you had to help them
Up the hill.
Get a pail of water.
sit on their tuffet, eating curds and whey.
Yeah,
You're dead
yeah.
right. You know, so like it was a game where you went along and you ticked off all those things, and then at the end, Mother Goose was happy. So there's an old lady living in her shoe, and you've got to
Yeah.
help her
Oh.
freaking
Climb
find
the
her something.
beanstalk.
You know what I mean?
Does that look
you got
familiar?
it. Yeah.
That actually looks familiar to me.
Yeah,
I wonder if
it's-
I had it on a floppy disk or something.
That looks like a game that would have been on the computer
Yeah.
at school. You know, like that
Yeah.
shitty computer
100%.
right next to
Oh.
Oregon Trail.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
Do you not remember Oregon
No.
Trail? Did you play Oregon Trail?
No, but can I say a word now that might be similar and just
Yeah.
tell me if you've played it?
Yeah.
Zombinis.
Oh, Zombinis!
I haven't. Oh,
Zombinis.
what did I miss out on?
Oi, Ellie.
Oh, Ellie.
If you're going to play anything,
Zombinis was where you had like 10 of these little characters that look like beans, and you could like change what they look like.
Oh, yeah.
So you start your mission, you basically got to get from one end of the world to the other, and there's these different levels, and then eventually like there's part of the levels is something's trying to like kill your zombinis basically.
Oh, okay. All
So you-
right. When was that released?
how the
Is
hell
it-
do you spell Zombinis?
is it like zombie?
No, it's not.
Oh.
Oh, there it is. Zombinis.
Zombinis. It's like
Zombinis.
lemmings in the sense that you start with an X amount, and then by the time that you get to the end, you've got to hopefully have all of them.
Oh, okay.
So anyone out there who doesn't know what I'm talking about, Google Zombinis, Zombinis. That was a game that was on my high school computer, and I
Yeah.
played a lot of it. And I remember making pizza for some trolls.
Yep, Piece of the Trolls. The one that sticks out is the one that you've got there. Is the one where you go across the bridge. There's like these stone faces in the cliff that blow the bridge,
That's
Oh.
right.
and then it like blows your Zombinis off the bridge.
Oh, buzzy. Okay.
So yeah, Zombinis is one I'd like to throw out there. Have you
Oh.
played Zombinis? Message us,
Yeah.
the ECG podcast.
Or
Yeah.
Oregon Trail. Can't believe you guys haven't played Oregon Trail.
No, I
No.
don't think so.
Basically the
It's too
same
niche.
concept. So Oregon Trail was like it's a Western game where you start from one end of America and you got to travel to the other end of America.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it's old, and like you'll have I don't know X amount of people in your trail. You know,
Yeah.
you're going across these things, and then all these things happen. Like, oh, Johnny died of dysentery, and like you just got to get to the other end to start an establishment. And I never made it across to the other end because every single
Oh.
time you would be like, you'd come up to a river and you go, now do you cross it? Or do you try and go down the river and find another spot? You're like, screw it, I'm across it. And then
Classic guy, by the
your
way.
entire
Yeah.
your entire trail of like not worshippers, the
Wagon
travelers,
pilgrims.
Mm.
your pilgrims, they all just die. They just drown.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
Hey,
Yeah.
how old are
That
you?
sounds.
I'm 31.
Cool. That game came out in 1974.
That's
Seriously, that's 50 years ago.
Yeah, that was right next to Zombinis on my primary school computer.
Okay, well,
Nice.
that's because Zombinis, I swear, came out in the 90s. That's crazy. Nice work, though.
Oregon Trail. Man, blast from the past.
Yeah, I'm actually just looking up another one.
The
there
distant
was,
past.
Oh, there was one that was on our computer, and I think it was called Delta Force Land Warrior. Did you ever play that?
Okay, what you've done there is pull 4 random words.
No, I swear. And there was this character, and it would be like gas can. This is, and it was like a war. I didn't play it. My cousin
Yeah,
played
yeah.
it. It was like this war kind of game. Have you heard of it? No, we've not. No, okay, sweet.
What was it called? Data Can.
I think it was called Data Force Land Warrior. And like the character was called Gas Can, or like he was known that was his like code name. That's
Right.
all I can remember.
Oh,
Oh my gosh,
I'm-
that's so
Gas
random.
Bag.
I really want to know this now.
Gas Bag. Yeah, same. I swear it's that one.
Did you guys play Earthworm Jim?
No,
I know it, never played
And
it.
he'd pull his own worm. Okay, no, don't worry about it. Hey, have you played Earthworm Jim? Extremely Casual Gamers podcast. You message me, let me know. Ah, so good niche games, eh?
Yeah, man. Did you play Duke Nukem?
Yes.
You
Yeah,
did
that-
play that? Yeah, I
that's-
remember my
that's
uncle
not
played
niche,
that.
that's-
It's
yeah.
not A.
It's
Yeah.
old.
It's old
not
as.
Yeah. He
right,
used to
right.
always say, it's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a classic Duke Nukem phrase.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Mm.
Okay. Well, that was my segment on niche games. Thank you for
I
joining.
liked it.
Niche games. Do we do that at the end? All right, guys, I've thought of a new segment. It's called Gaming Court.
Nice.
Totally just thought of it now, and sure, while I'm away on honeymoon, it might come up a couple of times.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
So basically, I think it could be an ongoing segment where, you bring forward two arguments. Let's say, for example, I don't know, this could be one we do in the future, like, buying games on discs versus downloading them digitally.
Yeah, right.
That sounds
Okay.
debatable.
That
Yeah.
does
So,
sound
well,
debatable.
for example, what's your preference there?
Digital. I think that's the
Yeah,
way.
I'm a disc man. I'm a
Oh.
discman.
Yeah,
So
nice.
I think we should argue about that in like 3 weeks' time.
Okay, we'll try.
We'll meet
Yeah,
back here and
We'll
we'll
see
do
if we
that.
can put it in the podcast.
Yeah, okay. And so the way it's going to work is we always have someone arguing for and against. We usually have some sort of, dramatic courtroom music.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
yeah, like that. That's
Here we
great.
go.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that bass line.
And also, Ellie, we might also put you in a funny wig
Okay. Oh, really?
sometimes,
Oh, okay.
just to be the judge.
As the judge, yeah, not
as
just
the-
not for kicks.
And I promise you will not look silly. You will look excellent, and everyone will totally get it.
Yeah.
Should we give her a gavel
We should give her a gavel.
Yeah,
or a gavel,
Well, I
or a
haven't
gavel
prepared-
sound effect?
I haven't prepared. Oh yeah, there is a gavel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, man. I'm so organized with this brand new segment, which we just invented. Yeah. Okay, so today's Gamer Court topic, and the first one ever, is to do with guys' behavior on Friday night.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Now,
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking listening to this. What? I watched most of that live stream on Friday night, but maybe not all of it, so I probably missed the bit Chris is talking about. The bit I'm talking about was we're playing a game called Party Animals. If you haven't played it before, it's similar to Gang Beasts. It's a really fun multiplayer game where it's really hard to control your little inflatable animals, and you do fun stuff, and it's a battle, and you got to work together. We finally got a very rare winning opportunity,
Yeah.
and Guy and I were the last two, and Guy decided to basically ruin everything for everyone. So we've got an audio clip of that exact moment, which we'll play for you now. So
Okay.
have a listen to this, and I'll basically describe afterwards what happened.
Yeah. Cool.
Smoke this fool. Oh, got him.
Oh no.
Got him. Got him. Yeah, Gator boys. Yeah. And Guy. He's still alive.
Oh,
He's
Guy,
still alive. Let go.
Oh, and you've died! You've sacrificed half your team there.
Are you happy with yourself?
Okay, so you will hear the exact moment I say, yeah, Gator boys. Okay, that was because we all decided to be alligators, and we were the last two standing, and I was standing next to Guy holding a lollipop. He was holding a frying pan, and he decided to hit me off the iceberg, right?
Yes, I saw it. Yep.
Into the water. I froze, and Guy didn't realize that one of their team members was still alive, right?
Yep.
And then they ended up winning.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was tragic.
Now, can we bring back the courtroom music real quick? So, the argument I am making here is antisocial behavior in favor of, well, basically it being justified as long as it's funny.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
So-
Well, if that's the argument, they've already won.
No, so in this particular situation, I would like to argue that it wasn't funny enough to justify the behavior.
Yeah, right, okay. And you're going to justify it's a game and it's funny behavior. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah.
We're basically arguing for Guy. I feel like we're putting words in Guy's mouth right now.
All right, so look,
Okay.
I'll start things off. 3 hours we were up there in the Sky Tower. Let's Play Live, had a great time.
It was awesome.
I reckon we won maybe 20% of the time.
Yep,
It was hard, yeah.
it was.
I was hungry, it was hot in there. It was stressful, fun. Stressful. We finally worked together on a very hard map, which involved an iceberg that we were all standing on. Slowly, bits were breaking off. It was getting smaller and smaller. And if you landed in the water, you froze to death instantly.
Commentary on global warming.
Oh,
Yeah.
amen,
deep.
brother. Got to
Yeah.
do something about that. Am I right? And we finally got to the point where we were winning.
Yeah.
And Guy, classic Guy Mansell behavior, and if you go back and listen to it, you'll hear it. He hit me off and then did his really wheezy laugh he does.
Yeah,
which
he
is
was
just
so pleased.
and I've experienced it so many times. Where you're on the Oregon Trail, say, and for shits and gigs, he'll just make you go straight across the river
Oh,
and
okay.
kill everyone because that's how he plays. It is antisocial. We're on a live stream.
Yeah.
Grimace was there. Everyone was there. And he did that to make himself laugh, and he risked everything, and the group was punished.
Yeah, the group was punished, actually. And I
Yeah.
was one of those members of the group, actually,
That's
that
right.
was punished.
That's
You-
right.
You can't join in. You're the judge.
Oh,
And
yeah,
also-
sorry. And also, I didn't contribute at all to
Yeah,
that game.
Ellie usually died within 10 seconds. Guy,
That's
what
true.
say you?
What's your argument here, bruh? What was that about?
Look, I went over the weekend because I knew this was going to rattle Chris. I went over and I did the same thing. I poured over the footage.
Yeah.
I knew that we didn't have that many wins under our belt. I knew that we had people watching us.
Yeah.
I knew that, McDonald's and Xbox were a part of this. And, we needed to put on a show.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what makes a good show? It's not a
Winning.
show. No. What makes a good show? Do you know why I stopped watching Suits, the TV show about...
This is a bad show.
I stopped watching Suits because every single week they won the court case. It was
So
boring.
there was no stakes or
It
anything.
would just be, I
Predictable.
can't believe they're going to beat us at law. And then right at the very minute, one of them's like, I'm better at law. Law won. And that was it.
Right.
So there has to be losses. Game of Thrones much? Ned
What?
Stark?
Guy, we lost like most of the games.
Yeah, we were already losing a lot. I mean, sorry, I meant to be neutral here. What?
Yeah. I'm just saying an entertaining show / stream needs to have highs and lows.
Yeah.
And at that moment, I saw an opportunity. You know, when you've got an inner voice that says,
Yes.
when you're standing on a cliff and it's like, jump, but you don't listen to the inner voice.
Yeah, right.
I let the inner voice win.
Yeah,
My inner
same.
voice was saying, look, Chris just knocked the last guy into the water. All we have to do is wait a couple of seconds. It doesn't matter if I'm in the water or if Chris is in the water. As long as one of us is on the ice, we win. So
see.
knocking Chris into the water was ticking the box of funny.
Yeah.
Right.
And also there was
We're still
no
winning.
risk.
And
Okay.
sorry, just quickly, what did you do once I was in the water? Because I heard you
I
audibly.
laughed.
No, I heard you audibly go. "Yeah!"
Oh, yeah. So then the person that Chris hit into the water
Yeah.
got back onto the ice. So then I ran and charge kicked, which you can do in the game, and
Yeah.
I kicked him back into the water.
Yeah.
And then I didn't realize that I didn't know how to let go of my frying pan, so I couldn't climb back onto the ice. So then I died.
So then that's
But
right.
back to my original point. It was funny, and I thought it was hilarious. And I stand by everything I did.
Very similar points.
And I think that, it's just calm down. It's just a game.
Classic
It's
gamer
a-
speech there. Calm down, bro.
It's a game. The crocodiles were wearing glasses, and it doesn't
Yeah.
really matter.
Can-
No,
okay,
yeah, okay.
And we went on to win other games.
Yeah.
We'll put this up on our Extremely Casual Gamers podcast Instagram channel, by the way, so you can go along there and watch it and
Yeah.
decide for yourselves. I would just like to make a statement about people, when you're playing a multiplayer game, people that will intentionally ruin things because they think it's funny, all right?
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, it is very funny and you should keep doing it.
Oh, wait, did you just flip your argument?
Because that was really funny.
If it was the other way around and you hit me, there is no way you'd be like, actually, no, that wasn't right from me.
No, it was hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
You're annoyed that you didn't do it.
I was standing next to you. I was holding a lollipop. I could have done it, and I wasn't fast enough because I hands down would have done it
Yeah.
as well. So keep doing that.
Yes!
It's very funny.
Gorgeous.
Oh, better at law. I lawed it. If you're big on the old social media, TikTok and Instagram, you may have seen these videos. They've been popping up over the last couple of weeks, and it's all to do with girl math, which is kind of like a meme in itself where girls' spending habits, they have a weird way of justifying their means in order for them to essentially buy more.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
do you want to explain, Ellie, girl math?
Yeah, okay, so girl math. An example of girl math would be like you want to get this really nice dress for a party or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like $500, say, and you're
Right.
like, oh, $500 for a good night, just one night. Should we do that? What you would justify that potentially with reasons such as you could resell it, so you could make some money back. You would make reasons like if I buy a cheaper dress, I'll have to buy 5 to get the wear out of what the one
Yeah.
would do. So it's all these like justifications to basically say I'm going to spend this $500 and not feel guilty about it.
Yeah, like I'm going to
Right.
spend $1,000 on shoes, but I'm going to wear them at least like 5 times. So those 5 times are $200 worth.
Per week or something.
per
Yes,
week. Yeah,
exactly. That's
So-
what girl math is. Yeah.
So like, I'm going to buy The Witcher 3 the day it comes out, play it 5 times,
Yes.
and yeah, okay.
So
I
you've
did
justified it
girl
now.
math.
It's quite cheap. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Nice. So that's girl math. So what have you done there, guys?
So what I've done is I thought instead of doing gamer math, I thought I'd do gamer grammar. So it's within the same sort of realm of, for those people who live with a gamer, they're married to a gamer, they have birthed a gamer, I don't know. And this is how a gamer will talk to you, and they'll say one thing, but then the sentence actually has a separate meaning. So for
Right.
example,
Right. So this is like translating almost.
exactly.
Oh,
So it's like
okay.
translating for those people that don't quite understand. Right?
Okay. This would
For
be-
example, real quick on this is for people who play online games. If you are waiting for your friend, if they say I'll be on in 5, that actually means play a solo game without me. I'll be at least 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'd agree with
Yes.
that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So you're waiting for your squad mate. You're playing with your squad, and you say, all right, one more game. That actually means we're going to play this game until we get a win. I don't care how long it takes.
That is 100%
I
true.
agree with that,
Right?
actually. Yeah, yeah.
If you say this to your partner, I'm going to jump on the PlayStation, Xbox, PC, whatever. I'm going to jump on the PlayStation for a bit. Don't expect me to be useful to you for at least 2 hours.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then if your partner says to you, oh, I got to bed not too long after you fell asleep. I wasn't playing games too long. This is actually what it meant. When I went to sleep, I could hear birds singing. When I closed my eyes, the HUD from the game was burnt into the back of my eyelids. I'm so tired right now and regret making the decisions to keep playing. However, by 7 p.m. tonight, I will have justified my decision to game late, and I'm planning to do the exact same thing tonight.
Love it.
Screen burn
Yeah.
of the
Screen
HUD.
burn.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You
So
got me
you-
rocking plasma eyeballs.
Yeah, HUD.
Yeah.
Right?
So good.
So you following? This is this.
I've got it, yeah.
Do you reckon this would be helpful for
Yeah.
the people that don't quite understand the mindset of a gamer?
So this
I
is
think
good.
so.
This is good in expanding our audience as well, because we've got gamers listening to this. What we
Yeah.
want is to get them to play this to their partners or whoever it might be in their lives that need to understand this stuff.
Right.
So
Yeah.
this is great.
Yeah.
And it's not essentially like if you've got a gamer partner and they say these things, it's not like as if they're lying to you.
No.
I guess it just means this is just they have a different way of communicating.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, babe, I've heard about this game and I wondered what it's like to play. This is the best Christmas present ever.
Oh no.
Oh no, does this actually mean
I'm
they
trading
hate
this
it?
game in for store credit in 3 weeks.
This
If-
is the
if you-
worst game ever.
If your partner says to you, I've been wondering about this game. I wondered what this game would be like. It's not good.
yeah.
They
Or
didn't-
it's not that actually no, it's not true. It's not that it's not good. Could be a great game. They're just not interested in playing it.
Yeah, otherwise
Right?
they would have probably got it themselves.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It's, you know how sometimes you can translate words and it has more than one meaning?
Yeah. Yeah.
That could also translate to you literally ruined Christmas.
Yeah, right. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because now I'm gonna have to put this in and like pretend to play it or whatever just to make you happy.
I had a
Yeah.
friend buy me a PlayStation, an Xbox game. This was years ago when I had an Xbox. He bought me an Xbox game for my birthday, and it was, I guess, a popular game. It was Watch Dogs 2. I've never,
Oh, random. Real random.
I never played Watch Dogs 1,
Yeah.
and I had never said to him, "Oh, I want to play Watch Dogs." But at the same
Have you
time,
showed any interest in watching dogs?
because that's what the game is. I was always at the tracks. But he bought it for me, and then I was just like, I didn't have the heart to say to him, like, I tried to play it. And the thing is, the people listen to this podcast be like, what are you talking about? That game's great. It just didn't vibe with me.
Yeah, fair
And guess
enough.
what, Elliot? It cost me $100. Right, so you can go screw yourself.
So with Watch Dogs 3, Chris, just I don't want it. Next one for gamer grammar.
Okay.
I need this new controller because it has features on it that my controller at home doesn't have. Right?
So it's
Yeah.
like a pro controller, maybe, if you want to.
This one is a different color to mine, and that is the only difference. But I'm still buying it. You know, when you've got black controllers and you see a fusion pink one,
Oh yeah.
it
Oh,
is the
yeah.
exact same controller, but there is just something about you like new shoes, but that new controller's
Yeah.
like sort of feel to it.
Mm.
We know that on Friday night. The whole point that we were at Let's Play Live was to play with the new Astral Purple Grimace Xbox controller.
Yeah, and they were nice.
That was nice.
They felt nice.
Were
in
they
my
any
hands.
different to a normal Xbox controller? No.
No.
I liked how it felt.
I can relate to this because you the other day gave me your PS5 black PlayStation 3D headset
I did.
because you've got a
Yes.
couple of them. And the reason I wanted it is because I've got a black PlayStation 5, a black PlayStation 5 controller, and then I had like a white headset.
Yeah.
And it did my head
Ooh,
in.
yeah.
Made no difference whatsoever. And I was at one stage I was thinking about buying one just so it would match. And I was like, no, Chris, that's just silly. Don't be stupid. And then Guy came along, gave me his black one.
Save the day.
Oh,
Save
it's
the day.
so much more
Beautiful.
enjoyable gaming.
Love it. I'm so happy for you.
And this is the last one.
Okay.
Babe, sorry. Babe, you should invite the team out for a BYO dinner this Friday. It's been a while since you've had a night out together and it'll be good for bonding. I'll drop you off as well so we can save money on a taxi.
This is a very specific one.
I think we know what this
that I've heard
translation will be. Yeah.
So if your partner ever says that to you, this is
Yeah.
what it means. Spider-Man 2 is out on Friday and I want to spend the entire night playing it. The money we save from you not getting a taxi will be partly soaked up on the amount of Uber Eats that I'm going to inhale while swinging through New York City. So on the off chance your partner says that to you
Yeah, right.
in the next 24 hours,
That's the translation
that's
right
the
there.
translation.
Okay, Meg, are you listening? That's what Guy's about to say to
Thing
you.
is, actually, to be fair, I gave Meg the second version. I was like, Meg,
Yeah.
leave.
Get out of here.
I'm going to be playing Spider-Man 2.
Can I just say there is nothing, and maybe it's just us, Guy. I don't know if anyone else is. I don't know if you like this, Ellie, but nothing makes me happier than a night where my wife, who I adore, has something on and I
Yeah.
have nothing on,
Yeah.
and we don't have any leftovers in the fridge for me to eat for dinner. It's just
Oh,
whatever
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, cool. What am I going to do? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to play PlayStation.
Yeah.
What food am I going to eat? That's the exciting part.
The
Yeah.
exciting part's the food.
It's the
I
food.
love that too.
Even if there's food in the fridge,
Yeah.
my justification goes, well, that means we can just have that tomorrow.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
if I eat all the food now, then we're gonna have to make a meal tomorrow.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, no.
I'll jump on this grenade and I'll get takeaways.
Yeah, good on you, man.
You're
you know?
so selfless.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the thing is, last time I did this wasn't too long ago. Meg went out and I played Ghost of Tsushima for hours, and I managed to get some decent trophy hunting done.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
And I ordered Mexican food, but you know when you kind of get a little bit trigger happy with the Uber Eats app?
oh yes, I
Oh
do.
man, did I overload it?
Oh no.
Really?
I had so much food, and
Did you eat it
I
all?
ate every single bite.
Did you actually?
And I woke up in the middle of the night with heartburn, and I went and like sculled like half a bottle of Gaviscon, and I just felt like a fat, bloated piece of shit. And I was like, worth it.
Hey, fun though.
Fun.
Yeah,
so
fun.
fun though.
worth it.
So good.
If you've got any examples of your gamer grammar, send
Yes,
it
by all
through.
means.
Yes.
The Extremely Casual Gamers podcast on Instagram. Message us and we might read it next week.
Boom. Well, that brings this episode to a close. What are you
No,
two
man.
gonna? I know, right?
Yeah.
Dang it! What are you guys gonna play this week?
I reckon Chris should play some 7 hours to 8 hours of sleep because damn, he's tired.
Yeah, he is a little bit.
What I
sleepy.
am is creatively fried
Oh, yeah.
because
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of creative stuff today and talking a lot.
Yeah.
And so,
Understand.
like, I'm sweet, but my brain is just like,
Yeah.
No, yeah, so
You know what I mean?
I so
Um,
get that.
You're going to decompress with some Witcher on the way home? Well, not on the way home, but when you get home.
Whilst driving
would
100
too, wouldn't
kilometers
he?
on the motorway.
Yeah.
I would if I could.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
just
you'd
say
probably be able to.
Don't even get me started. And I know the game like the back of my hand anyway, so I could probably pull it off as well.
Yeah.
No, I'll be continuing. I'm trying so hard to get The Witcher finished before I go to Europe next week. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm going to give it my best shot, guys. I promise. My promise to you, my vow to you.
Yeah, all right.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm doing it for you guys.
Oh wow.
Is what I'll tell my wife.
Well, man, just there's no pressure on us. If you don't get it done, we're not going to judge you
Yeah, it's okay, bro.
until you leave. And then those 2 episodes where it's just me and Ellie.
We're gonna try.
I couldn't even finish The Witcher for the 4th time. What a loser. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing.
Nice.
Very nice. I'm going to be playing Spider-Man 2.
True. Oh my gosh, how
it comes
exciting!
out. So it's Tuesday today, but it's Thursday when this comes out, so it's coming out tomorrow.
Boom.
Oh, I'm excited. There was a trailer that was released earlier on this week from Insomniac Games, who made the amazing Spider-Man games, and it just looks so sick.
It does look amazing.
Like obviously you can play as Miles Morales and Peter Parker. Peter Parker seems to be getting infected by the symbiote and turning into Venom. He's being a bit of a bitch.
we don't know that though.
Yeah, we do. Well, we can kind of gather
'Cause
from context.
I
from
saw a
this- from the
scene
trailer.
where both of them were fighting against Venom.
Yeah.
So you don't actually know what they're
Well,
going
the
to do.
symbiote will be taking over Peter at one point, but I imagine somebody else at another point. So it's
Yeah,
Right.
Venom.
Hey, Ellie, that's what you were
Yeah,
saying.
this is
Oh.
like I was about to say. This is a completely different language. I don't understand anything you're saying. I
I reckon you'd like this the Spider-Man
Okay.
games.
So there's no frights. No
Frights?
Yeah, little
No,
frights.
there's no
No.
frights. There's
Hey,
fights.
Heaps of
Okay.
fights, cinematics, like seriously, some of the best cinematic
Yeah.
storytelling I've ever seen in a video game.
Okay.
No jumping to grab onto a ledge and the ledge falling though, because he's Spider-Man.
He grabs
everything
everything.
he does, he nails.
It just works.
and it's
Oh,
slick.
okay. Maybe I will play it. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll play this.
Play the first one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
it's so good.
Yeah. Okay.
The first one's is sick. It'll be
Okay.
on the old PlayStation Plus subscription we've all got.
It's not.
Yes. It's
Is it
not.
not?
It's not. I look for it. Miles Morales is, but the first Spider-Man. It's not
You
me.
should lend her your copy.
Oh yeah, sure. Just just find it somewhere in Tokoroa, and that's been passed around.
Yeah,
by one
so
of Chris's mates.
long story short, guy lent me his, I lent it to someone else, they lost it, and now guy
Oh
Yeah.
no.
I'll buy it for you, all right? $20.
Not me.
So, yeah.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 2. What are you
Okay.
gonna be playing, Ellie?
I want to try and actually finish because it's a short game. What Remains of Edith Finch. I might finish that. I don't think I'll be continuing Uncharted.
No, that's fair enough.
And I won't be playing It Takes Two because Sam's actually away at the moment, so I can't do it
Yeah.
without the second person. But maybe I'll try and find another little game like Spider-Man or something to try.
What about
Sweet.
Tomb Raider? Have we talked about that?
Yeah, I've never played
I
that.
mean,
I've never.
the Tomb Raider games are pretty good. I remember
Okay.
playing, obviously, I'm talking about the original PlayStation 1 with, the triangle boobs. I'm talking about the most updated ones.
the PS4 one. And
Yeah. It was pretty good. I think I played the first one.
Okay.
there are quite a few of those same things though.
Yeah, I
Like
guess.
there's
A bit
footage,
frighty.
like she falls into the water, goes down the river, and gets stabbed through the neck.
That's
and then it's
right.
like
Oh, that's
game
graphic.
over.
Yeah, true.
So I think that could be.
Oh, it's a bit
It could be
graphic.
it could be similar. It could
Yeah.
be a little
Okay.
similar.
All right.
But
yeah, well,
finish that one, and we'll come back next week, hopefully with help from our listeners.
Yes.
And we'll have a new game for you to play.
Yeah, no, that sounds good. Yeah, if you want to contribute to our show, Extremely Casual Gamers Podcast on Instagram, we have a link tree there for our YouTube and our TikTok as well.
That's right.
Yeah, let me know what I should play based on the criteria we gave earlier in the episode, which was quite.
Just give us a quick rundown. Like,
So,
what's the criteria?
No, like, frights and no shooting. Look, when I say no shooting, if there's a gun every now and then, like in Detroit Become Human, there's a moment where you need to
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
gun and you need to shoot someone. I don't mind it every now and then, but it can't be based around guns. It can't give me frights. It can't be a horror. It's more like I'm looking for something more cozy, storytelling, role playing.
Gives you some time. Gives you some opportunities to make some decisions. you know?
Yeah, and but it's it's kind of a chill vibe. Like I want to relax when I'm gaming. That's what I do. gaming
Elden Ring.
for.
Oregon Trail.
No.
Just try the river. You never know.
And
Might
no.
float.
also next week too, we will potentially, and when I say potentially, I mean we will have a copy of Spider-Man 2 to give away
Hell yeah, we will.
for anyone
Yeah.
that would like it on PlayStation. So if you would like that, then you're going to have to join us next week to find out how.
Boom.
Pretty exciting.
What a tease. What a
So
tease. You better
good,
come
oi.
back next week.
Yeah.
Ooh. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Goodbye.